everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we are back for another brand new video. Now as you can tell by the title and the overall demeanour, Rangers once again dropped points against a 10-man side where they seem to struggle to break them down. You heard that before? Yeah, it's basically the same recap from Wednesday apart from we drew instead of winning. So is that a positive? Now before we actually dive any deeper into today's video, because there's genuinely so much to talk about even though none happened in the game, it's one of those weird videos. I just want to apologise about how long it's actually took me to get this video out for you guys to view and watch on YouTube and get involved in the comments, because since that final whistle has went, I've been so confused and absolutely speechless in what I just witnessed. That second half performance alone was easily the worst I've seen in a very long time, and I've sat and made videos on fan rants when we've been absolutely smashed to bits. That was horrendous. You know what I mean? It's no fun for me to come up here whenever we lose and make videos. People will say, aye, but your views spike, try and be happy, try and focus on it. I don't care about views. I'd rather win 3-0, 2-0, 1-0 and get 10 views rather than get beat and get loads of views. I don't give a crap about anything like that. It really annoyed me today, especially this performance. I thought it was absolutely dog meat. And yeah, let's try and break this down somehow. 3, 2, 1. Dundee 1, Rangers 1. Now that was the final score, and that might be a head scratcher if you missed today's performance. Do you know what's even more of a head scratcher than how this managed to finish 1-1 even though they had 10 men for 70 minutes? The fact that we had Goldson, right, our right centre back, he's played there all season, actually pretty good, maybe 8 or 9 out of 10 most performances, couple of odd ones here in European football, completely understand, right? He's our right centre back, right? On the side of him we have Joe Worrell, right? Hit and miss once again, but he plays left centre back, right? Right centre back, left centre back. Do you know what we did in today's performance? We flipped them. And guess what happens when you take your right centre back and your left centre back and you just flip them for absolutely no reason? They look uncomfortable and lost. And that is how we transition to the first goal. It is a long punt up. Joe Worrell's absolutely lost, doesn't he, Ken, where he is? Connor Goldson just seems to fall all over the place, and Kenny Miller does what he's always done. The fox in the box reads on 2 defensive mistakes and just slips it by the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 Dundee. And you know what's even worse? See when clearly it wasn't working the entire 90 minutes? We just never changed it. No, we just let Joe Worrell play right centre back. We let Connor play left centre back. And they didn't get any better. No. Dundee just had 10 men and just weren't attacking as much. But let's try and forget that for just a few seconds, right? And let's talk about one highlight in the entire 90 odd minutes of football. One clear moment of quality came from who? Andy Halliday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Andy Halliday steps up from a free kick and absolutely buries it top bin. It is a top notch finish from Andy Halliday, absolutely brilliant. And then from there you're thinking to yourself, right, this is when we'll get into it, this is when we'll see the response. We've got ourselves back into the game, right? They're now down to 10 men from a dangerous challenge. If I'm honest with you, I didn't think it was a red card when I first seen it. Now that I've seen numerous highlights and the replays and pictures, it's an absolute horrific challenge. It's a leg breaker, studs up, wham. Right, 10 men, we've just scored. We're thinking, right boys, get back into it. And believe it or not, we actually took the lead. You might be thinking to yourself, what are you talking about, CJ? Once again, the confidence by the referees and linesmen. Not that I'm blaming them, by the way, because we played dog shit the entire second half. But we did make it 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with Kyle Lafferty getting a goal. Now, as you can see, Ryan Kent is clearly ahead of Kyle Lafferty. So is the ball. He passes it backwards to Kyle Lafferty. Lafferty then finishes. The linesman, as you can see in the picture, isn't up to date with the play and just guesses. That is now the 5th incorrect offside goal ruled out for the Glasgow Rangers this season. It's only December. Now this is normally the part where I talk about half time when I'm expecting some changes and getting the boys fired up, and we come out and we make some changes, we have shots, it's good saves, we're creating opportunities. No, none happened. None. Absolutely nothing happened in the second half. At one point around about the 65th minute, right, from half time to the 65th, we had 85% of the ball. We had 0 shots on target. Dundee had 1. Now before we actually speak about the one shot we did have in the second half performance from Ryan Jack, which was saved easily by the goalkeeper, we actually need to discuss something else that the referees got wrong. Grezda, Davy Cooper F's flicking up in the box, little flick past 1, flick past 2, as you can see it clearly hits a Dundee United player's hand. The referee tried to say it hit his chest, as you can see by his movement when he goes like this. We cannot rely on referees and linesmen in the Scottish game. Every single one of them is trash. So yes, we can look at that and say, right, they cost us 2 opportunities, or you could look at it saying for the rest of the game we create absolutely none. We still had 45 minutes in the second half against 10 men when we made these changes, more aggressive changes to actually make things happen. We didn't do it. We had 1 shot in the second half, as mentioned, from a Ryan Jack sort of rebound where he tried to shoot it and it went straight at the goalkeeper. That is what we done. We were 11 versus 10 for 70 minutes, and I get the frustration. I'm really annoyed that the Lafferty goal was chopped off and the Grezda clear handball wasn't given. I completely understand that, but I look at this more so now that these players need to step up and actually respond on the park. It's easy to blame referees, it's easy to rely on officials and use that as an excuse, but these players aren't stepping up now. That's 2 games we've seen. We go back to the semi-final against Aberdeen, they're not stepping up now when things are difficult. It's easy when we're 2 and 3-0 up and people are doing nice skill moves and beating people and getting assists and crashing up the scoreboards. That's all great. But where are they now when we need them? Where are these players that's running, getting the ball, stepping forward and getting in the box and dragging us towards 3 points? Where are these players that we keep hearing about that's got strong determination, who's going to work hard, who's going to chase everything? Everything that Gerrard said that they were. Why are they not performing like that? Why are we having to discuss referees and linesmen? That is my biggest takeaway from this game of football. As infuriated as I am about those 2 recalls, and completely, trust me, I am, I'm looking at the rest of that game saying, where are the Rangers players? Because I'm not seeing any. So once again, I don't think we should be blaming the officials for this one. We have got to look at the manager and obviously the players for that overall performance. Because I thought Gerrard, I've stuck up for him in the last game versus Aberdeen, said he got the sub spot on. The players didn't step up. I thought his subs today were absolutely horrific. Taking Halliday off, who had already shown his set piece quality, was just a head scratcher. And I know he brought BB on, and I know BB's probably our best left back at the club, but when he came on, we became so one-dimensional. It was actually embarrassing. All we done was sideways pass, sideways pass, sideways pass, trying to Tavernier, he would cross it. But then, when it didn't go down the right hand side, guess what we've done with BB? That's right, exactly the same. We just flipped it, one side to the other. Sideways pass, sideways pass, sideways pass, right to BB, he try and cross it, guess what, gets blocked. And there's nothing else for me to talk about. There's no other goal scrambles. There wasn't a half chance in the second half and we're very, very unlucky with that. We just played absolutely horrific, and to be honest with you, we got what we deserved for that effort. And Dundee, they stuck in, they defended with 10 men there. They hunted everything down. They kept their shape extremely well. We didn't try and get in behind them or anything like that, because why would we do that? We can just sideways pass it. And just to sum up the performance before I finish, because there's nothing else I want to talk about in this performance, it's absolutely disgusting me. Ajaya, come on. My last 20 minutes, right? Ajaya, Liverpool boy, playmaker. I mentioned on Wednesday how poor Ajaya actually was in terms of sideways passing, passing the buck, no one to try anything apart from these silly little tricks. Guess what he done today, right? Our little half chance, a wee quarter of a chance right near the end of the game, right? One of their players is down in the box, Kyle Lafferty's down, they've sort of collided, the referee plays on because there was no foul. Ajaya, it falls to him right at the edge of the box. He can either shoot, have a shot, try make something happen, or you've got BB screaming. You'll see it in the pictures. Look at him. Look at the space. Ajaya looks at him, ignores him, fake shots it, lets 2 men run at him, fake shots it again, looks up, sees BB once again on his own, tries to fake shot it again, falls, gets up, gives the foul to Dundee to let him kill out the clock. And let's not forget the time he fell over in the 92nd minute to give Dundee the opportunity to win the game. Once again, Chinese little fancy flick, fell over, Dundee ran up the park, almost scored and won the actual game. And I'm not just aiming at Ajaya, by the way. Every single person that played out there today never done enough to step up. I was very, very disappointed from Grezda because he looked sharp in the first 10 minutes. I thought, he's going to have a game here. Never really had anything, apart from the one skill move where he probably should have won a penalty. Apart from that, Candeas, I never even knew he was playing. Ryan Kent showed a couple of glimpses and obviously was robbed of an assist, but you've got to look at the rest of the team as well. Nobody stepped up today. They were all poor. Once again, exactly the same fan recap from Wednesday as today's performance. Not good enough. When you've got Alan McGregor basically up at the halfway line screaming at players to actually pass the ball forward, that tells you everything you need to know. And that's a perfect place to end today's video because I didn't want to relive this anymore. It was absolutely horrific. What was your thoughts on the game? Make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Let's just jump over and get the people's opinion now because there's going to be no man in the match poll for obvious reasons. So let's see what people's got to say. Barney Stinson says, pish all around, but let's not forget it's another officiating honest mistake that denied us 3 points. Marcus says, felt like a Mark Warburton performance. Too many changes being made tactically and personnel wise. Unfortunate with the offside call, but should have won anyway. Performance like that don't win leagues. Looking forward to January transfer market. Wish it was now. Chris Daniel says, no passion, no heart. Trying the same thing over and over but expecting a different outcome. Horrendous display. Jason Ford says shite. Ricky Forbes says courage. Not one player had any. You can't win titles with players like Candeas and Greza. They need to be at it every week. How can you win at Tynecastle then play 2 matches like that? Arfield has cost us big style with that sending off. An embarrassing performance today. Tony Wilson says no comment. I wish I could just say that, mate, and just 30-second video, no comment, hit them with the intro. David Smith says shite. Peter Ramsey says pathetic. Ross Watson says bad. Mark Menzies says Rosser and Jack and our defensive mid players look like the only ones with a bit of urgency to get forward. Halliday as well, absolutely fucking joke of a performance though. We need to rethink our tactics because crossing the ball clearly isn't working if we can't score into a 10-men Dundee. And the last one we'll actually read out comes from Bang Bam, thank you man. Comes from Craigie Gardy. It says, looked like a completely different team from what we've seen previously this season. Some players look lost and others look like they can't be arsed. So there you are. You've heard the people's opinion on Twitter. You've heard mine. If you haven't done so already, please get involved in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking. And as always, there will be a link to the Patreon if you'd like to support the channel directly in the description below. I've been CJNovo92. Really sorry about having to make a video like this. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.